The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign, trusted by over 500 NFL players for their winning smiles, and broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your host, Nicole Hutchison.
Wake up, Cowboys Nation. Welcome into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign in the SWBC studio. I'm Nicole Hutchison alongside Brianna Aldridge, Aisha Morrison. What up?
Hello.
Wake up!
What up?
Energy today?
Ooh, it's feeling fall-y outside.
It's feeling windy, cold, and I don't like it.
I like it.
I don't.
Why don't you like it? You don't like this weather?
Not right now. No.
It's hard to come outside in this weather.
Is it?
You don't want to come outside.
It's just the wind. I could do a little. It is. I like the leggings and sweatshirt vibes, but it's the wind.
It's fall.
Wow, you seem very excited. I'm also very excited for this Cowboys-Arizona Cardinals matchup on Monday Night Football, but I know we're going to get to Aisha's insights in the film room. Exclusive. You got to stick in the second segment for that. But first, I want to just break down, what specific areas must the Cowboys defense improve this week. We are talking Cowboys defense every Wednesday, opponent's offense. So just making sure, why did you almost throw up?
Oh, I'm about to laugh at Brie because I can see the thoughts going on.
Yeah, what specific areas must the Cowboys improve on this week? Everywhere.
It's a loaded question.
I was about to say
It's not even over
You
exaggerating.
get one. You choose one. What must they improve on this week?
One thing. Oh my goodness.
Taking baby steps.
Okay.
We could go to everyone's favorite group to talk about, the linebackers. I feel like that's the easy target for any team every week. Jack Sanborn out, and they're trying Kenneth Murray. He's getting a lot of reps despite what he's doing out there. I know Aisha's talked about him being the Mike and the veteran, and I don't even know, honestly, if you throw one of the younger guys in there, does it get better? I think that's the problem. I don't know how to fix it. I just know it's week after week. You're kind of seeing the same thing. Looking a little bit lost. Schottenheimer, the last time we heard from him, was that Monday? Yeah, Monday. He was just, I was asking him too about some of the new pieces going into certain spots on defense. Is it more of inexperience? Because I know every week we're talking about fundamentals and, things aren't transferring. So I'm like, why? We're saying it every week. So, I know it's seems simple, but why aren't those things you guys are practicing, and what guys are saying that they see it on Sunday, they saw it at practice. It's not going back and forth. Is it the inexperience? And he said, he doesn't want to, he's not going to be one of those coaches who's going to blame it on inexperience, but also he does feel like that plays a part in it. But also he kind of said it with a smirk, hey, this is ABC stuff that anybody should be able to go in, and it's basic things. It's communicating. We went in there, we noticed the offense changed something, we called something, half of them heard it, half of them didn't. That was the answer to one of my questions that I asked him. So yeah, I guess we're still talking about figuring out how to communicate better.
Yeah, okay.
Still. Yeah, and that was a problem on the road. That was a problem on the road last week, and that's been a problem that this Cowboys defense and offense has struggled with communication. Christy really honed in on that yesterday. To answer your question, Nicole, what is something that the Dallas defense needs to do better in this game? Is really defend the run. You're going up against an Arizona Cardinals rushing offense that we'll get into, is dealing with a lot of injuries. They're trying to get that rushing side of the ball going, and I don't want this week to be another game where teams decide we don't do this well.
You're right.
But if we need confidence to see if we can do this well, let's try it this week.
Okay.
So that's going to be the biggest thing. And Bree, you made a fantastic point about the linebackers. It's the whole front seven. They got to play better.
It's a loaded question.
It is a loaded question because defensively, your defensive line, your interior defensive line does not play well. Your edges aren't playing well. It's making it harder on your linebackers. So that would be my answer.
That's the crazy thing if we haven't talked about Do you remember how hyped up we were excited about Dante Fowler? Like, we haven't said his name for real in forever. Osa, who got that big paycheck, like, you're not seeing why he got the big paycheck. And I'm feeling like, and someone else, I forgot who I was watching, was like, these guys didn't just come out here and just forget to play football. Like, some of these guys had some solid seasons last year.
Prior to, yeah.
And that's why it's like, and I know we bring him up every time, and we talk about when you have that guy who's no longer on the team making everyone else's job look a little easier. I'm like, do we have like solid players, but because there's so much have a hot mess around them that they're starting to not look good? Like, are these good players if they go somewhere else?
That's what I was saying. Like, nobody respects like anybody on this defense right now. And that's a good point with Osa. Love Osa to death. We all love him on the show. But he was one of the most double teamed interior defensive linemen. Last year and the year before that. So
saw an uptick towards the end of the year, especially.
Exactly. And so now you don't see that. I mean, every now and then you'll see guys obviously double teaming Kenny Clark, but I mean that's all he got.
Yeah,
So-
no, I think it's
a great point.
And that's what I'm saying. They're starting to look like.
I think it's also too, and that's kind of what you're stuck in the middle of right now is personnel, lack thereof. If you want to talk about 11 not being here no more, and then you're also talking about the scheme change, and does this scheme fit what an Oso Odigizua does well? And I would say no. So that's something that you run into as well. And I agree. You know, a lot of people are starting to talk about Oso Odigizua a little bit more. Even Kenny Clark. The last 3-4 weeks has not really played well. Solomon Thomas is a little bit undersized playing on that interior. He will make some plays. I think he was coming into this past game, he was 7th in the league in run stuffs. But the interior, we talked about the edges and we really got on their tails about their play. But it's also too that interior defensive line has not played well. Just getting moved off the ball like some cones.
What? Like some cones is crazy.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Then what it looked
But
like?
cones is insane. I thought you were going to go a little nicer than that.
Cones.
Okay, cones.
No. Some of the, like, you're not trying to be funny, y'all. Like, some of the holes that these running backs
it's
are
bad.
seeing,
It's bad.
they probably ain't seen nothing like that since, like, Pee-wee.
I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you.
I'm just
On that note, we got a question. I like the chat. Hey, shout out to the chat. Y'all
Come on,
popping
chat.
this morning. Someone asked, well, I want to rephrase this question because, yes, Eberflus is our DC, but I think he was trying to ask, is Matt Eberflus the right defensive coordinator for this defense and the personnel that you have?
Did the Cowboys ask that before they decided to hire him?
The door.
That's an important question. Does he fit what we want to be, you know, what we want to be perceived as a whole? Because this is a team sport. So, like, what your defense does well also helps your offense and vice versa. So, I don't know if that conversation was had. And if it was, it's not showing because the scheme in which he runs is really almost opposite of what the personnel that you have presently here have been used to doing. So, and it's not that we've seen Eberflus's schemes have success.
That's fair.
Over time. You ain't got no time.
Over time. You guys ever buy like a dress that don't fit, but you want it so bad that you buy it anyway, and hopefully it makes it fit? That's how I feel like Jerry in the front office.
Like you get a bodysuit or something.
I feel like they got a bodysuit that was small.
That was too small?
They need the medium, and now they trying to make it fit.
I hate you.
That's how it feels. I feel like they respected him as a coach, as a man. We hear Schottenheimer talk about that. You know, I think Schottenheimer wants anybody on his staff. It's deeper than football for him, which makes sense when you're trying to start something, a new culture, and win a locker room and those types of things. But it feels like when Schottenheimer is talking about the communication, that comes from, in my opinion, in any sport as a former athlete, is the confidence. I'm vocal and I'm talking to the person next to me and I'm calling for the ball when I'm confident in what I'm doing. And that's not what's happening week after week after week. Guys who have been here for a while and then, yes, we're a little banged up in the injuries, especially when we're talking about the secondary. And some of the rookies are going in there. And it's, again, and Christy said it too. She's like, every time we go on the road and we come back, it's the same conversations every time.
Y'all want to talk to each other?
Nothing new.
They don't want to talk to each other out there?
They probably just don't feel they don't know where to go.
No, I think the confidence thing, especially you bringing that up, Bree, as a former athlete, it makes total sense. Like, if these guys aren't communicating to each other, they're unsure. You see that on film. You see before the snap guys moving, talking, hand gestures, and then when plays are given up, you see guys frustrated. You see guys looking at other guys. It's a lot of finger pointing. And so, to your point, I don't think that Eberflus is a bad coach. Obviously, his track record perceives him. But I do think in reference to the personnel that you have now, what that personnel has been, it's just, it doesn't mesh, and we are seeing that play out right now.
And I think Jerry, a lot of times, like when we talk to him after the games, what did you see? And it's always, do you still have faith in Matt Eberflus? And it's yes. And I think like him and the rest of the front office, when they do make any hire, it's like, to your point, Aisha, I don't think it's like, okay, why was Matt Eberflus successful here, and here? Like, what did he have? It's just like, oh, okay, they improved. His run defense was really good here. Perfect. That's what we need. But they're not really looking at, okay, what did he have? What did they surround him with? What did those guys like to play? And again, it's not fitting. I think it's messy that guys on the team are openly speaking about it not working, and they're expressing they want to change other stuff. I was only here last year, but that didn't really happen. I didn't hear guys saying straight up, like, the scheme isn't working.
Yeah, and if they were saying it, it was a lot more behind the scenes, or there was some uncertainty.
And that has to cause tension.
But even midway through the season, at this point, we did see the pass rush started playing better. We started seeing guys felt like they were adjusting better to the scheme that Zimmer was calling. I don't have that confidence, and when you go into this game against the Arizona Cardinals, it is, I ain't gonna hold you, it's getting really hard to look at other offenses and then be like, well, this is what they got to do. This is what they got to do. This is what they got to do. I ain't seen them do any of those things consistently yet.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Which personnel in the Dallas defense is under the most pressure to step up? You need somebody, obviously, which one to improve the most, but which one is under the most pressure now to step up?
I think it goes back to what Bree said. I think she made a really good point about the linebackers.
I mean, they're taking the most heat, and I think if most people had a vote on who they could go get right now, it'd probably be a linebacker, because even the people you thought, and that's the thing, it really in every level of the defense, the people you thought that were going to show up haven't, and that's why I'm like, yo, everybody couldn't have been misdiagnosed in Oxnard, right, in last season. I'm like, there's good players on this team. I do feel like if another team could come and pick apart this defense, there's some quality players that could go make an impact, and it's not happening here. But I will say the linebacker, and I think it's the frustration is like, you can see like the edges, for example. I know Donovan Ezeraku got more snaps. That makes sense, right? But Kenneth Murray continuing to have the snaps that he's getting isn't making sense, right? And I think that's the frustration. But it's also like, Matt Eberflus was like, who else do you guys want out there?
I will say, as hard as it is to say, I mean, I think you do miss Sanborn's diagnosing. You maybe don't necessarily miss like the physical ability, but at the same time, though, when you're looking at Murray, you might as well.
Yeah.
Because it's that bad. So it's like, I think you do miss Sanborn being the mic, knowing the system, being able to communicate to other guys. It wasn't always pretty with him, but you could at least tell on film he was recognizing what he was seeing. You're not really seeing that from Murray at this point. You could tell that he is a little overwhelmed, and him having to communicate to those young guys, it's just, you can't even grade the young guys. You can't even really grade. For me, I can't really evaluate Shamar James. I can't really evaluate Maris Leofau, like, at this point, because they're supposed to have a buffer with the veteran.
Yeah.
They are. Like, the linebacker position is complicated, and they're not getting that right now, ladies.
Hey, Eric Kendricks is still out there. I'll be right back.
Honestly,
we're going to take our first break here on Girls Talk Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign in the SWBC studio. We'll be right back.
Hey, stranger.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
All right, Cowboys fans, this one's for us. If the men in your life bleed blue and silver like we do, I've found the perfect way to elevate their game day rituals. Gillette just released their best razor in Cowboys colors, and it is everything a Cowboys fan could want. The new Gillette Labs official Dallas Cowboys licensed razor combines his Cowboys pride with Gillette's best shave. And with 50% longer lasting blades, it is truly the gift that keeps on giving. Get it while you can at Gillette.com/NFL. Gillette's best shave is also available as heated.
Cowboys Nation, limited single game tickets are available right now. Get ready to bring the noise as you watch your Cowboys live at AT&T Stadium when they host NFC East rivals Eagles, plus the Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, and Cardinals. Visit DallasCowboys.com/tickets or SeatGeek.com, the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome back into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign in the SWBC studio. Nicole Hutchison and Brianna Aldridge, Aisha Morrison. Wake up! We're still talking. Wake up! Defense, Arizona offense. It's now time for Aisha's freaking insights. I just feel like I needed to be dramatic. I'm sorry. It was necessary.
What was that? Okay.
All right.
Like Prince.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take it away.
All right. So do this every week. The Arizona Cardinals are 2-5. They are coming into this game off of their 5th straight loss. 5 of those games have been lost by 5 points or less. My God. 3 of those losses came in the last second due to field goals. They've also blown 3 fourth quarter leads. So they are coming into this game kind of trying to get right. Mm-hmm. They're coming off of a bye, had quite a bit of time off. Sounds like their quarterback's going to be making his return this week as well. They are led by Jonathan Gannon, head coach. He was over in Philly for a little bit of time. Their OC is Drew Petzing. He's in year 3. New offensive line coach Justin Fry. He replaced Clayton Adams. What?
Thank you.
And they have they've seen a drop in their offensive efficiency with the loss of Clayton Adams. And I think that shows along their offensive line. They are 1-2 on the road this year, so they've struggled on the road as well, just like Dallas. When you get into the stats, they're 19th in points per game, 21.9. 12th in passing offense. Their third down offense, though, ladies, is very efficient. They are 5th. They are going to convert 44.8% of the time. They are 22nd in yards per game, and they have 16 offensive touchdowns. They're averaging about a little over 310 yards a game. They're 20th in rushing offense with only 5 rushing touchdowns, which we'll get to. They are 18th in red zone offense, and they are 11th in penalties. So they don't make a whole bunch of mistakes, but just efficiency-wise, they haven't been doing as well. Lost James Conner to a season-ending injury. he has been out for the majority of the season, and so they've just been trying to find their way. Jacoby Brissett has been starting for them as of late. Honestly, if you want me to be real with you, if you're talking to any Cardinals people, they feel like Jacoby Brissett has been more efficient with their offense than what Kyler Murray was initially coming out. So we'll see how they adjust. So do you guys have any initial thoughts on?
Well, Arizona, obviously, talk about their third down efficiency and Cowboys defense, one of the worst in the NFL right now. Where do you feel like the biggest threat is for this Cowboys defense, so to speak, from Arizona? Biggest threat?
For me, it's going to be, when you start looking into it, it's going to be the usage of their running backs. Like, they do want to use their running backs in receiving situations and stuff like that. And we'll see who gets the start in this game once we get to the running back side of things. But for me, it's just the third down offense, the way that they're able to really kind of disguise what they're doing. And they will use their running backs out of the backfield, and Dallas has had issues with that all year. What about you, Bree?
I know there's a lot of talk about the running backs because you don't really know who they're going to have. They made some changes, let somebody go, and they've been kind of switching it. But I will say this seems like an offense who did, from the beginning, wanted to be a run-first type of offense, especially when you're talking about Kyler Murray, who's involved in the run game heavily as well. Another mobile quarterback, yay, that we get to face.
That's a fantastic point.
That runs a lot. But I guess what I'm looking at, Trey McBride, the tight end, would probably be who I'm looking at who could hurt this defense. We're talking about the linebackers not too long ago. This is a threat in the pass catcher, great blocker. That's who I'm going to go with in that one.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns on the year. They've seen him take an uptick in the receiving game this year. His usage has gone up as well. He's someone that they're really trying to, lean on a little bit more. He's averaging about 9 yards every time he touches the ball. So not only is he helping him in the blocking game, he also is someone that is he's really starting to threaten more as a receiver, and Dallas has had trouble covering tight ends this year.
Yeah, talk about obviously Kyler Murray. He has been out a couple of games. Still questionable if he will be playing against the Cowboys, but looks like he could return. Still up in the air right now. He is also undefeated in AT&T Stadium. Just letting y'all know that. Hello. Hate to hear it. But Jacoby Brissett, if there's the case that Jacoby will play against the Cowboys, where do you feel like the biggest difference is between those two guys, and which quarterback poses the biggest threat? Is it Kyler Murray just because he is more mobile?
I honestly, again, keep my ears low to the ground and looking at Jacoby Brissett's game, I feel like his lack of scramble ability has kind of helped them, because if you go look at Kyler Murray, there's times that he's scrambling and he's running into sacks. There's times he's scrambling and he does have clean pockets, but Jacoby Brissett will sit in the pocket and deliver the ball and be a little bit more patient, I think, than what Kyler Murray has been doing. And I think that's why you've seen some of their offense be efficient at times with Jacoby Brissett. Like, people have been looking at brother man Justin Fry real sideways, the new offensive line coach, because their offensive line has not looked, as good as what people expected. And then you get a Jacoby Brissett in there for a couple games, and this offensive line looks a little bit better outside of the Packers game, because they did whatever they wanted to do because Micah. But the Jacoby, it's very weird. Like, maybe Jacoby just is more comfortable in what they're being asked. They're asking him to do, but that's the difference. Is the mobility, like Bree mentioned. It's almost like Kyler Murray's mobility has not helped the way that you would think that a mobile quarterback would help in this offense.
Okay.
And I think the frustration from the fans, Murray's a number 1 overall pick in 2019. He has 1 postseason appearance. That was a wild card round, and they kind of got dusted and rusted in that one. to be a little fair there. So I think when you just have a fresh face in there, that's why they're turning up. I don't see Jacoby Brissett coming in and saving this 2-5 team. They're desperate to win. I think if Murray is healthy enough to go, that's who we're going to see. And from what I'm reading, they're pushing for that, if you will. He's already missed 2 games, and then they did have a rest during the bye week. But if you look at like the completion % rate on both these QBs, they're pretty similar. I know Jacoby only had those 2 games. But I will say, to be fair, when you're looking at the Cowboys defense, who have the Cowboys stopped when we're talking about QBs? Justin Fields, who just got their first win. Shout out to them. Who else did we just have? Jaden Daniels for a half.
3/4.
And then a backup QB.
Caleb Williams had, 4 touchdowns?
Russell Wilson was the MVP. He's no longer starting for the Giants.
He's only had 5. I think Caleb Williams only had 5.
So I think when you're looking from Arizona's standpoint and from what I've kind of been looking at the writers when they're talking about, okay, they're still, if the Cardinals have a chance, obviously it's a must-win game. You can't, in that division, they are already, I think, 3 games behind everybody else in their division when you're talking about the NFC West. But I will say that when they're talking about all the hard games coming up, y'all, I'm not playing. They skipped Dallas.
Yeah, because you know what? I don't even like sports betting. We're not even supposed to sports bet. But I'm telling you, if you look, when people see
Nobody
the
said
Dallas
Dallas.
defense,
You're sick.
they're like,
It's not me, it's them. I was listening. And I'm talking about like multiple
start your running backs.
people. They're like, all these games. There's some tough games coming up. Mind you, the next one is Dallas. They're 2-5. They have the number 1 offense.
They're threatened by the offense. They are not threatened by the defense
like,
at
this
all.
is-
Nicole said it.
This
She
is
said
the
it.
game. This is the game. This is the game. The defense is struggling.
I feel
The run
disrespected
defense.
for them.
I hate it.
I want them to feel disrespected.
I hate it. And to my point about the difference in them, I think that Kyler Murray, obviously, when you look at the numbers, he leads their team in rushing.
Yeah.
My God.
He's little, huh?
Stop.
He look little on TV.
She needs
She needs to be locked
Obviously,
up.
that's all he is.
But I feel like Jacoby is looking to pass in certain places.
Yeah.
And Kyler is looking to scramble with his legs, and I think that's the difference in them. Also, too, Kyler Murray can be very efficient in the play action and screen game. Dallas has gotten whooped there. Like, and we just talked about the linebackers. We just talked about guys not being able to get off blocks. We just talked about the recognition of the play action pass. Not getting tied into the misdirection. I mean, Kyler Murray, if he does play this game and they want to kind of get him in rhythm, get him comfortable, one of the easiest ways to attack this Dallas defense that we have seen is the play action game and the screen game and the quick game.
Talk about how the Cowboys secondary. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that.
Barnacle.
Talk about how Arizona could plan to McWhoop the Dallas secondary.
I need that to be the title today.
Threat
McWhoop.
of their passing game. What you got?
When you start getting into their receivers, fantastic point by Bree talking about Trey McBride. They have Zay Jones on the outside, former Jaguar. This is a big physical possession receiver because of some of their O-line struggles. He hasn't been able to get going the way that I think they want to get him going. Yeah. Also, too, Marvin Harrison Jr. dealing with some confidence stuff, dealing with some drops, dealing with some, kind of being in his head. Maybe this is a game where they try to get him involved. And then Michael Wilson, actually, he was one of my favorite wide receivers coming out of his draft a couple years ago. He is he's going to be a tough matchup for this Dallas, for whoever the slot receiver is. Well, corner is, which might be Deron Bland, because of his size. This is a tall, lengthy receiver that will do a lot of work in the slot, but also too, he's pretty efficient as a route runner. And so that's like when you talk about where they're going to attack, I think, of course, they're not going to feel afraid to attack anywhere. They're going to probably try to attack anywhere, to be honest. But I do see for them to maybe try to get a Marvin Harrison Jr. involved on the outside, or Zay Jones, trying to get them throwing down the field. Michael Wilson's going to give you work in the intermediate game with Trey McBride and some of those guys. But, yeah, they should have a opportunity. Unfortunately, y'all,
Everybody got an opportunity against this defense.
Lie.
In a serviceable defense, Arizona looks very limited to me when you're looking downfield.
Talk about it.
Serviceable defense.
It's not fancy smatchy. It's not anything that's overly impressive. But against Dallas,
if I'm the OC fighting for my job in my 3rd season, and I have an O-line who I know is struggling more than what they thought because they did heavily invest in this O-line. Like you said, they have a new offensive line coach trying to figure things out. That right guard is probably the weakest point of that O-line.
Clock it, sister.
I'm running the ball.
Yeah.
Because you look on the other side.
Please.
Yeah.
They scare me.
No,
our D-line scares me.
That's a great point.
They're very much, but it's like, who's going to show up? I mean, it could be what we saw in week 7.
But when you talk about when you start getting into the offensive line, they have Paris Johnson Jr. as a left tackle. This is a pretty strong left tackle. Evan Brown lines up next to him. I think their center is steady enough, and I agree with you. I think that right side of that offensive line is the weaker part. This offensive line is better in pass protection than run protection. Though in run blocking, they have not seen a lot of success. Now, I understand that probably has a lot to do with obviously Clayton Adams being gone, but it also has to do with the fact that their running back room has been pretty decimated with injuries. But I do expect for them to do like everybody else does and decide to run at Dallas and to get if their quarterback comes back, it allows their quarterback to kind of get in a groove, get comfortable. It will set up the play action pass. It will set up things for McBride. So I agree with you. It definitely could be a day where they just take the air out the ball and then hit big plays when they can.
Yeah, and you also, I think we got to also talk about the obvious is they have a bye week. Like, they're fresh off their bye week.
Absolutely.
And so that'll kind of help them evolve and improve in terms of execution, even with the injuries, because we saw Washington down 3 starting receivers. But talk about, they have a question in this chat. Sorry, the problem on defense fix this season. How did these coaches put a Band-Aid on the issues that they do have on defense right now heading into the Cardinals game?
Too many Band-Aids.
Okay.
Well,
who's healthy? That's a question. The safety room is a very big question mark. There's, probably hear more about that. Unfortunately, not till Friday. We know Malik Hooker is going to be out this week. Schottenheimer did say that, so don't expect to see him in there. Then you're looking at Donovan Wilson. Is he getting better? I'm hoping this migraine era of Wanye Thomas is cleared up. Then you're looking at your corners. I saw some very scary stuff from Kyer Elam in there. The run defense, I don't know where he was at sometimes. Trayvon Diggs is out, so is this another?
You sound fed up.
Is Bridges? I don't know what he's got going on. Elijah Clark.
You just keep going.
There's just so many.
I thought she was gonna stop.
Kept
going.
Did you just? Was you?
I'm trying to think. I said, who do we have?
It's getting overwhelming for her. I would start with. I would start with some of the things that they already started with is elevating Donovan Ezeraku snaps.
Yep.
This edge rotation is not working. It's not working. And
that was a positive.
And we also saw them. I don't know if it was Schottenheimer bring up that Clowney is gonna start seeing more elevated snaps.
But he even lost a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, which is why I just think whatever you need to just have. Like, of course, a rotation is fine, but when you're rotating guys in and out and they're not getting the checks, the communication's not good. And also, too, it's just not making much of a difference. Just keep the more sound guys out there. And I think that if you're going to pick who's the most sound at this point, it would probably be a veteran like Clowney. And then Ezeraku has really taken an uptick in it.
Yeah.
If he had one more second with some of those times he got around the corner last week.
Definitely bringing the pressure. He's just not getting those sacks, making the difference and getting home enough.
So I would slow down on the rotation.
Yeah.
I would figure out if Kenneth Murray, even despite the fact that he is a veteran, if Mears Leofau doesn't give you more at that spot, like, you might as well at this point. And then the secondary, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do about it. Guys are injured.
Very much so.
They're limited in who they can run out there.
What is the? Kalen Carson. I know we don't know what's there, but we've seen what was there with others last week. I don't understand how Carson is sitting behind some other people who just barely played any NFL snaps. Like,
you know how on your birthday, you know how when you on Christmas, like some people get to open their presents early, and then other people gotta wait and stuff. Or you get some socks.
They gave him some socks.
He got some socks.
Sick of
I know there's some socks in there.
I think they want to wait. Well, from what I've gathered, I think that they are happy with what they have right now.
Happy.
And they want. Just wait. Just hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
But what I've gathered, what I've been told is they are fine with what they have right now, starting corners, and his opportunity will come when it comes.
I need to know what he did to them. He must have hit somebody's car.
I don't think so.
Or something.
Hey, I mean, I think it's just a
He ate
thing.
somebody's fruit snacks.
They got their
Because even if you don't,
Girl.
you know, believe in what Carson can do.
What about what anybody else is doing would make you feel like you shouldn't be playing him? And then it even.
I mean, I'm just going by with what I've been told. I don't know the answer to that.
But even at that,
yeah,
how not good is he to them?
yeah,
To them, if he
that's fair.
If Bridges gets to go in there,
again.
who you throwing to first? That's my thing.
Please.
You talking about Arizona side, who has trouble going downfield.
How Oprah say, you get a catch.
Hey, I got a question. You're sick. I got a question. Y'all ever thought Brad Sham posed a question on Twitter yesterday? And he asked, have y'all ever thought about James Houston playing linebacker?
Well, Nicole, I feel
I
like
saw that tweet,
you got a
too.
little something from Cowboys Hour on that.
Go ahead.
Come on, reporter.
I think like that could be something that, you know, he might be interested in. Yeah, that's all I'll say. James Houston is interested in that possibly being a thing. He feels like he can bring some. I mean, why
not?
Right? He's
Chris, can you play linebacker?
Please, shut up. All right, we're going to take a second break here on Girls Talk, Boys Talk. Presented by Invisalign. I'll be right back. Breaking down Cowboys defense, Arizona offense.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
How does the cheerleader's hair always look so perfect? We asked, and they shared one of their biggest beauty secrets. If you want hair like theirs and confidence to match, use Babyliss Pro styling tools. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders use Babyliss Pro curling irons to get those perfect game day curls. To get the hair you see on the cheerleaders, head to BabylissPro.com. Use the code Cowboys20 for 20% off Babyliss Pro tools, the official styling tools of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Get the discount while it lasts. Offer may be withdrawn at any time at advertiser's discretion.
The countdown to game day starts with Rally Days presented by SeatGeek. Enjoy performances from Kat Hasty and other local artists. Get behind-the-scenes look at AT&T Stadium. Meet the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and alumni and more. Get your tickets for the next Rally Day on November 2nd at AT&TStadium.com/rallydays.
Welcome back into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign in the SWBC studio. Nicole Hutchison, Brianna Aldridge, Aisha Morrison, the favorite ladies of all time.
Yeah.
It's Wake up! I don't know. I got to come up with something better.
What is it?
Something like catchy, you know, for our group.
Okay.
The
Chris don't be playing about that wake up.
Wake up! Hello, that part. Press the button. Wake up!
I think they do call us the Wake Up Girls.
Do they?
They do.
Yeah.
People
That's
do
crazy,
like
crazy.
when
Yeah.
you say wake up.
Wow. I
Yeah, they love
appreciate
that.
that.
They like it.
Hopefully I wake y'all up. Everybody needs energy in the morning. Why you looked at me like that?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm just
Okay, cool. All right. What's one under the radar Cardinals weapon the Cowboys defense cannot overlook? Let's stick with the run game. Run game.
I think it's gonna be for me. It's gonna be this running back room. They obviously, like we talked about, James Conner went out with the season-ending injury. They actually released Michael Carter the other day, yesterday, day before that, and it looks like Bam Knight is going to be. Is kind of, as of right now, their expected starter. And then also, too, a rookie out of TCU, Amari DeMarcado. He's DeMarcado. He is like a dual threat type guy that can do some stuff in the receiving game, but also, too, is a patient runner between the tackles. Bam Knight runs with a lot of power, and he has some good balance. He'll run through contact. I think this running back room that has not gotten a lot of love. I know Trey Benson is their big dog, not the little one, a part of their two-back set, and he had meniscus surgery at the beginning of the season. He has been on IR. This is something to monitor this week. If he practices, or are they looking, because with the release of Michael Carter, people are kind of like, okay, does this mean that Benson's coming back? I'm not sure it's going to happen this week.
Week 10.
So, yeah, I'm not sure it's going to happen this week, but that's something that people are looking for. So these two guys, thank you, Bree. So these two guys are kind of coming out knowing that this Dallas defense has not defended the run well.
Yeah.
And probably going to try to take advantage of that. I don't want Dallas to think just because these guys are not starters, quote unquote, that they're not capable and have the ability to really make you pay and gas you in the run game. So, what you got, Bree?
They have a positive rotation there. I think it says a lot when James Conner goes out week 3 and you're able to kind of lean heavily on Bam Knight, who's been taking the bulk of the carries. Michael Carter popped off the last 2 games carrying. They had the little running back by committee thing going on. So I think Cardinals fans were a little bit surprised that they did release him, but like you said, brought him back to the practice squad, which makes them think Benson is close to returning. But from what I've seen for the reports, he won't be back until week 10, which I guess is a little bit of a relief, if you will. Yeah. But expect Bam Knight to be getting fed there, because I do think, again, this is a team whose identity is run ball first. In a perfect world, we know they're struggling still in the receiving game. They do have some veteran pieces, which I think is interesting. It just hasn't very much clicked. I do think McBride will be fed, though, a lot as a pass catcher. He's just a big target. He has amazing hands, and he can make the middle of the field pay. And unfortunately, as we've seen all season, that has been a struggle for this Dallas defense. So I do expect them to be taking advantage there, but I think they're going to run the ball until you show you can stop the run, which the Cowboys have not been able to do.
Which defensive player has the biggest task in terms of stopping the run? Okay.
In terms of stopping the run?
Yeah.
Who's the left end? Whether that's Nealand
or
might be Nealand. Whoever's the left end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they have a strong left tackle, center.
They're going to try to run the ball to that side, but also, too, like we talked about, I expect for them to try to set up the screen game. I expect for them to try to do some quick stuff in the intermediate game, which is a part of their game in general, and that's something that Dallas has defended well. One gentleman that I do want to keep an eye out on, though, is Greg Dortch. He is one of their receivers, but he is their returner as well, and he's very shifty. Dallas has had some issues dealing with some of those quicker, wide receivers when attacking the middle of the field and stuff. I think that he, if inserted into this offense or even inserted into this run game, which they will do with him, kind of use him in some Turpin type looking stuff, could give Dallas some issues with some of his explosiveness. Older guy, but still can play the game. I mean, he's not that old. He's 27, but he's one of the more veteran players on that team.
Are you trying to call me old?
No, I'm a senior of the Citizens.
I don't want to be a senior of the Citizens.
I'm a senior of the Citizens. I'll proudly.
Senior of the Citizens? You're like 31. 32.
Yeah.
That's not senior.
Getting up there. See? How you gonna say we not old, then you gonna say we old?
I just playing.
See, she can't help herself.
But yeah, like, Christy would be here. That's all I know. I can't wait for her to come out and give you that belt.
Do y'all think that Kyler Murray is going to run the ball a lot coming off of this injury?
No. I mean,
you expect for him to...
safe to not do that.
But what he's scared of?
That's true.
Dallas hasn't defended that well.
I don't know if it's going to be as what he would do in a typical game, but I do expect him to run. That's just I think it's part of his game. It's just a part of his game. Was it going to be helpful? I don't know, because it seems like everybody, like I said, who have the Cowboys stopped? I think that's a fair question. It's hard to say, okay, they can do this, this, and that, because they've proven to us that you can come out here and have a mid offense and a struggling quarterback, and you can still pop off and have a great game.
What if they mix in a little both?
What
if they have Kyler and Jacoby play?
Who are they?
Am I just being extra?
Huh?
Think so. I haven't seen that work since the Saints did Teddy Bridgewater, and
Taysom Hill.
that was the only time I've actually seen it
I would think that
work.
I would think that they wouldn't do that, but I like I said, there have been conversations being had in regards.
Oh yeah,
to
I mean, 2019 is a long time to be up there doing
Nothing.
not.
Yeah, there's some conversations being had about what this offense looked like.
And he feels that too.
Yeah,
Like,
that
best believe he
pressure.
feels that. This is the head coach also in his third season. This is an OC in his third season. Like, they came together. So imagine if Schottenheimer was in his third year, not where they were supposed to be. He's going to come with the fire and the heat. Who was the QB being called out by the GM last week? Justin Fields, about, how do you expect us to win if our QB has the rate that he has? And then he came out there fired up. Like, that does put a little fire under some of these QBs who are being talked about. And I would hate for this to be the week that Kyler Murray looks like.
He ain't played here so many times. It's like
going back to high school. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately.
Woo.
I'm trying to stay positive.
It should be fun though. It should be fun.
Will it?
I don't know.
This is not
We said that last week.
the biggest
wasn't
concerning
fun.
thing is that this team is not that penalized. Dallas is extremely penalized.
Second in the league.
A lot of the time that Dallas can't get off the field on third down, it is because of penalty. And this is one of the better third down offenses in the league. If Dallas can't get off the field on third down, it's going to be a rough day.
Well, hopefully it is not. But unfortunately, today will not be a rough day because we're going to have a great day.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're going to have a great day.
Happy Wednesday.
It's hot
Happy
chocolate
Wednesday.
weather.
I actually had a hot chocolate this morning.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Well, that's a wrap for today's show. Tomorrow, we're breaking down Cowboys offense, Arizona defense. Make sure to tune in with us at 8 a.m. in the morning. And I know y'all be up, so y'all better tune in. I'm not playing.
All right.
That's a wrap for the show. Brianna Aldridge, Aisha Morrison. We love y'all. See y'all in the morning.
Or else.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!